Your English is so good. You have great command of the tongue. Thanks. I guess it's because I was brainwashed when I was young. Of all the poems I've written, there's been a popular request, and there's an issue in society that clearly needs to be addressed. I've actually written this poem many times prior, but every time I write, it's new insight that I acquire. I spoke to this woman once who wouldn't teach her child vernac because the accent would stick and then he'd sound black. The child spoke in the smoothest of accents. It was amazing to observe, but then I realized it was my story, and then it kind of hit a nerve. I grew up speaking English. I was always asked to read. So from primary UC, they'd already sown this bitter seed. The kids that weren't fluent were laughed at, and the teachers let us joke, and I was validated and confident, and you could see it when I spoke. We laughed at their accents, called it BEE English, because in our captured minds, it was a tool set to distinguish smart from stupid. We said no instead of no, because in our captured little minds, the further we would go. I said nauseous instead of nauseous, though I knew it wasn't right, but I said it because the lady mispronouncing it was white. We've let English become the cause of our humiliation, and in our aims of this perfect product of white assimilation. I remember I went to the homesteads and I couldn't understand my gran. My parents had messed up. This wasn't a part of their plan. The manner in which you speak don't indicate how much you know, and nor should a twang determine how far you'll ever go. It shouldn't. But it does. If you think I'm lying, just scroll through comments on any given page and you'll find somebody being ridiculed for simply trying to engage. We live in a world where a foreign language depicts if you're smart, where we use bombastic words to try and set ourselves apart. I abhor English when it's used as a measure for success or even a crutch that people use solely to impress. And while I'm still on that, accents should not be celebrated, for it's not for showing off that language was solely created. Language in its essence was made for communication, so why should you ridicule my mispronunciation when you understand what I'm clearly trying to convey, when you understand the words that I am trying to say? The same people won't laugh if you get a Zulu word incorrect, and the foreign we praise but our own we neglect. So when did I reach my epiphany? I reached my epiphany when I finally evolved, when all my issues with my blackness were finally resolved, when I realized that English was a weapon one created to oppress, because how do you view one without command as them being any less? The manner in which you speak don't indicate how much you know, nor should a twang determine how far you'll go. English has a dark past, one bold to erase our own, and I hope I'm kind of making sense in this highly emotive poem.